Good day, ma'am. This is my presentation or my output on Module 7, the Erik Erikson theory, the psychosocial theory of development, and the Module 8, Lawrence Kohlberg's theory, the moral development theory. The Erik Erikson theory, the theory of development, explained that human personality evolves in 8 sequential stages from infancy to late adulthood. Each stage focuses on a distinct social conflict that shape ego identity and yield a core of psychological virtue success bring home. There are 3 core of principle. First, the lifespan growth. Second, the epigenetic principles. And the third, crisis and resolution. The lifespan growth, personality continued to change and grow past childhood, unlike older theories. And the epigenetic principles, it is stages unfold in a predetermined order building upon the accomplishment of previous steps. And lastly, the crisis and resolution, resolving its turning point positively strengthens the ego, while failure impairs future emotional growth. There are 8 stages of development. First, trust versus mistrust. Second, autonomy versus shame. Third, initiative versus guilt. Fourth, industry versus inferiority. Then fifth, identity versus role confusion. And six, intimacy versus isolation. Then 7, generativity versus stagnation. And lastly, the 8, integrity versus despair. First, trust versus mistrust. From infancy 0 to 1.5 years old, infant learns to trust caregivers based on consistency of care. 2. Autonomy versus shame and doubt. Toddler 1.5 to 2 years old. Children gain personal control and independent success bring well. The third, the industry versus inferiority. School age 6 to 11 years. Children cope with new social and academic demands, bring success. And fourth, identify versus role confusion. From adolescents 12 to 18 years old. Tense search for a sense of self and personal identity, success, bring fidelity. Then, ang fifth, intimacy versus isolation. Young adult 18 to 40 years old. Young adult from intimate loving relationship, success bring love. Then number 7, generativity versus stagnation. Middle ages 40 to 65 years. Adult create or nurture things that will outlast them. Success bring care. Then lastly, the integrity versus despair. Older adult 65 years up. Older adults reflect on their life and feel a sense of fulfillment. Success bring wisdom. The concrete example involving a child and Erikson's psychological theory of development is a child personality grows by navigating specific social conflict. Here is a concrete example involving a 4-year-old child named James. James navigating a stage 3 initiative versus Skelt, the scenario building a blanket fort. James decides and wants to build a big space castle and the living room using blankets, heavy books and chairs. Begins dragging chairs across the room and pulling sheets of the coats without asking. James' father noticed the mess, but praises Leo's activity of taking care. His father helped him safely secure a heavy book so that the blanket doesn't fall. James feels a sense of ambition, learned to plan, and feels secure in his ability to lead activities. He successfully resolved the conflict. James' social interaction. James' father gets angry about the mess, snap at James for making disaster, and tell him idea is silly and destructive. He cleans it up himself and sends James to his room. The developmental outcome. James learned to view his spontaneous ideas as a nuisance or wrong. If this pattern repeats constantly, he may develop a sense of guilt over his own desire and become a passive follower who hesitates to. The important thing that I've learned from the theory of Erik Erikson, the psychosocial development theory, is that the development of personality growth is a long life process. We face a distinct social and psychological conflict every stage of life. Resolving these challenges successfully help us build emotional strength while unmanaged conflict can impact our future well-being. Erik Erikson's theory of psychosocial development is important future teacher because it links social emotional well-being directly to learning. It gives educators a practical roadmap to understand students' changing motivation across different age groups. Module 8, the Lawrence Kohlberg's theory, the moral development theory, states that people grow their moral thinking in 6 steps. These 6 steps fit into 3 bigger levels: the conventional morality, and post-conventional moral. And there are 3 concepts of theory. Ang number one, moral reasoning over outcome. Number two, invariant sequence. Ang number three, cognitive growth. The moral reasoning over outcome, right and wrong, are defined by why you choose to act, not just what you do. Number two, the vibrant sequence. People pass through 6 specific stages in affects step-by-step order. You cannot skip a stage. And number three, cognitive growth. As children grow and gain perspective, their capacity for abstract ethical thinking naturally expand. 3. Post-conventional moralities for some adults. Step 5. Social contracts. People think laws are flexible agreements. Rights and fairness matter more than strict rules. Step 6. Universal ethical principles. People follow their own deep inner conscience even if it breaks the law. An example of involving a child in Erik Erikson's third stage initiative versus cult age 3 to 5 is letting the preschooler choose and pour their own cereals. Let the toddler pick out their own clothes for the day. Praise their independent choice to build self control. Avoid harsh criticism when they make a messy mistake. Aids school aids. Industry versus inferiority. Age 6 to 12. Give the child a small weekly course like feeding a pet. Celebrate when they finish the tasks to avoid confidence. Avoid mocking their early attempts, which causes feelings of inferiority. The most important thing I've learned from the theory of Lawrence Culver's, the theory of moral development, is that the reasoning behind a person's decision matters such more than a decision itself. When faced with a moral dilemma, two people might choose the exact same action, but if one does it to avoid punishment and the other does it to unfold human rights, they are operating at completely different psychological stages of moral maturity. And the moral development theory is important to teachers because it helps teachers understand how students thinks about right and wrong. It shows that children move from simple fear of punishment to deep ethical reasoning. This framework lets teacher guide students' behavior, shape fair rules, and build character through guided class. The end of my report on Module 7 and Module 8, the Erik Erikson theory, the psychosocial theory of development, and Lawrence Culver's the moral development theory.